Going on, everybody? So today we're gonna get things cleaned up in the garden, more particularly in this small bed that we have here. Last year we grew flowers here. We're still gonna grow flowers, but we're gonna start this bed off with some lettuce, some spinach, and normally I would bring things out a little bit later, but since it's been warm, I wanted to get a few weeks head start. Now, I know that it's time to really start getting things moving because I've seen the herbs starting to sprout up. So that lets me know that the cool weather crops are ready to get going. So let's go ahead, get this bed moved up, and then I'll let you see what I'm planting. All right, so I'm gonna start by getting all of the weeds out of here because I don't want the seeds to really get themselves established. Now, I'm not gonna be able to get every seed, obviously, but I want to start to clean up all of the weeds, put them in here, and then I'll save them for a compound post. So that's what I'm gonna do. After that, we're gonna till it. We're gonna get some lettuce, spinach, sprinkle the seeds in. We're gonna let them self-plant themselves instead of doing the seedlings this year. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up the weeds. We've got pretty much the weeds cleared up as good as we're gonna get them. Now it's time to till this up. The soil, it has a slight bit of dampness, but it's not soaked, so we're good to start tilling. Now I'm gonna take this rake and just smooth it out. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So I just wanna get things kind of level here. That way we can put our seeds down. So just evening everything out. All right, try not to have any major hills in here. We've got some nice rich soil in here. It's a mixture of native soil. We had some peat moss in here from last year, and this will become a nice bit of rich soil we have here. That is Bloomsdale spinach. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Bloomsdale spinach, you can get these seeds pretty much, I mean, anywhere. Walmart, Meijer, yeah, anywhere. Pretty much anywhere. All right, so I'm gonna put these all the way in the front because that's where the shade is. Now, in order to get the spinach to last, you want to have it in the shadiest part of the garden if you're somewhere where it gets really hot. Okay, so I'm gonna put those seeds along the front here. After that, I'll probably put some broccoli so the leaves will help shade the area as well. And so I'm just gonna take my seeds and sprinkle them all along the front. So all along the front here, making one row all the way across. All right. And then after that, after we get everything in here, we'll go ahead and water everything down. So that's the Bloomsdale spinach. Next, we have the purple sprouting broccoli. And those last pretty good. They're really productive on the leaves. The broccoli heads usually form the season after, if you're where I am. So I planted these last year, and the plants from last year are still up. And so this part of the whole entire year later is when the head will sprout. So I'm gonna plant some of those right behind the spinach. So I'm gonna take my seeds and sprinkle them in the next row going across here. Get some more seeds, sprinkle them across here. And there we go. Next, we have, I'm gonna do the carrots next. Okay, so we got carrot seeds. And these are the Scarlet Nantes. All right, 60 days to maturity. These are pretty good. They're pretty tasty, but you'll have to thin them out. If not, they'll start to grow tangled and bunched together. Okay, so we're gonna sprinkle those right behind where the spinach is. So right in there. And again, we'll have to thin these out. But these will be nice and sweet. Okay. Next on the list is our kale. Okay. Next is the purple kale. I like a colorful garden, so these are the scarlet kale. I don't think I have many of these seeds, which is okay. Because they would have to be thinned out anyway because they grow pretty big. So I'm gonna come behind the carrots and just sprinkle a little here and there. Just a little here and there. Coming across here and there. There we go. Now something interesting I'm gonna do is I am going to put this salad bowl lettuce. I'm gonna plant those with the spinach, okay? So that's gonna give us a nice mixture of spinach and lettuce together. We like lettuce, we like salad, and we like to put both in our salad. And the reason why I want to also plant these together is because the lettuce is also going to help shade the spinach out, because we want the spinach to last as long as possible. And the quicker it gets warm, the earlier they're going to bolt out. So we're trying to make sure we plant them in a good spot. So we're going to take the spinach, and we're just going to intercrop them with lettuce, and intercrop them with our spinach. So just sprinkling them right in here. Can't wait for a couple of weeks to show you guys how things turn out. Taking a pinch, sprinkling them out. Another pinch, sprinkle them out. Same thing all the way across. Sprinkle them out. And the access just kind of evenly spread it out. All right, now let's get the water and everything in. And then we'll come back in a couple weeks and see how things go. So let's water everything in. Now this is well draining soil. So the water is gonna go all the way through here. And as the next few weeks go by, that spring water will start to really get everything intact. But this is just a nice little start to get watering. And if it gets dry, then I'll manually water. Otherwise, gonna rely on nature to do its thing over the next few weeks. And then I cover this area up with a row of fencing just to keep all of the birds and, you know, some of the critters out as things get established. Now, we won't be able to keep everything out, but it'll get this area with a nice head start. Yeah, still gotta kind of seal that up, but just a good idea. All right, so you can see the rest of the garden. We got a lot of work to do to get things up to speed. Over the next couple weeks, we got to put a lot of work in. We'll be rearranging the raised beds here, placing them over there. Some of the bricks we got rid of. We want to open things up and start to really get things in the ground this year. So that's on our to-do list. Well, thank you guys for checking in. We're out. Peace.